this is Steve Levine. All right. He was the letterer on the original Mirage Turtles run. He did a lot of the artwork that we grew up to for Turtles on marketing, like the toys and ads. So you guys will recognize a lot of his work. He told us that he famously was the inspiration for the character Michelangelo that comes from Kevin. So yeah, so that's my little introduction for you. But I can say you're also just this awesome friend, a great person. You like to interact with your fans. That's why you come on. So
always.
Welcome back.
Yeah, and again, it's always my favorite. And I always love like if we get a chance for some questions and answers things as things move along. But we'll see what time allows.
All right, sounds good. So you guys, normal rules apply. He'll show us some incredible pieces up for grabs for Turtles fans. You got to write the price first in chat to claim. There will be no offers. Maybe if, we'll get, just don't expect offers, guys. It's claim it now prices. We'll go with that kind of de facto. I guess if something's around at the end, you can ask. But for the most part, write the price to claim, you guys. All right, Steve, what do you want to show them?
All right, well, I guess what we'll do, I know we put up on the site, we mentioned we were going to do a bundle. So we'll have a couple of bundles. The first one will be a me bundle. So it's going to be some books. I'll show you the books. We're going to start. We have a issue 5 of The Last Ronin that Kevin Eastman and I did the cover for. And this is a Virgin variant, so there's no logo or anything. So that's one of the books. Yeah, and the second book is the first book from the new Last Ronin series, and this is actually a cover that I and Jim Lawson did. So I penciled, Jim inked it, and I colored it. So that's also in the bundle.
So when you say the first, you're talking about the Lost Years, right?
Yep. It's the Lost Years.
The Lost Years.
So that one.
Yep. Did that just come out, Steve? Like the past few weeks?
The second issue just officially came out, like maybe last week. So
okay.
This came out a month or so ago.
Okay.
January. Denise off to the side said January. She knows way more than I do.
Okay.
And this book here is it's a book by Tim Laddie, who's I painted it, but Tim Laddie, who's doing the Saturday morning cartoon series now for IDW, did this particular cover, and then it's a, I don't know if any fans recognize right away what it is, but it's actually an homage to this book right here. It's even got the crusty mattress. I painted it to try to keep the colors correct, so the crusty mattress is that crusty mattress blue. So it was a lot of fun. And the last book, which is not the whole bundle, these are the books in the bundle, is another Jim Lawson and I cover. And this was a limited, I forget who this is for. Do you know?
Rich Horn.
And it was Rich Horn, but I forget, whatever. Anyways, it was a limited book. It wasn't sold in stores. And those are the turtles on top of the courthouse in Northampton, Massachusetts. So that's kind of it was fun for me to do, and great to kind of get a little bit of Northampton in the background around him. So it was a lot of fun. So those are the 4 books we've got. The 2 Last Ronins and the other 2 books. Then you'll get a print. It'll be a random print, but it could be something like this, or it could be something a little bit more like this. So one print will come with the 4 books. And last but not least, you will get a random sketch by me. So you may get a bad guy like Rat King here, or you may get a turtle like Donnie here. So those will be coming along with the thing. So the whole bundle will come together with, so you'll get a sketch, a print, and 4 books. All for the remarkably low price of $170.
$170 gets you everything you just showed.
All these 4.
Most of the sketches are turtles.
Yeah, these 4 books, and of course they'll all be signed and remarked. All the books.
So
right,
right, 170 if you want one of those bundles that he just described. You guys, how many of them do we have?
20.
I think we have 20 of them.
We can do 20.
20
so right, 170. Why don't you scroll through everything one more time while I call out some claims?
Sure. Okay, so we're going to go with, we've got sketches. You'll get a sketch.
You get a sketch. You get one of the prints.
They'll be very random. There's a lot of good guys, bad guys. There's Sergeant Bananas. There's Screw Loose. There's Wingnut. There's all kinds of people in there. You get lots of turtles. There's even the Last Ronin in there. Then you'll get this book by Tim Laddie and me. This Northampton book by Jim Lawson and I. Again, Jim Lawson and I, the Lost Years, the first issue, and a Virgin variant of issue 5 done by Kevin Eastman and me. And I said a printer. If I didn't say a print, you'll also get a print with it that will be signed and remarked as well.
So that's like six different things or more?
Yep, 6 different things. Yes,
Six
exactly.
different things. All right.
Yeah.
We got to claim it. $170 gets you one of those packages, you guys. Russ Loftus. If you guys claim anything, they want you to email Shellback Artworks. It's at the bottom of the screen. You email shellbackartworks@yahoo.com. That's the easiest way for them to deal with things. But Russ Loftus got you down for one of those bundles. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else want one of those bundles? Write $170 and you get all 6 of those things. Let us know. There's a little bit of a delay, Steve. I'll call him when I see him. You want to move on to the next item?
Sure. Do we want to do the other bundle?
Yeah, we only have 3.
Okay, we only have 3 of these, and it will include the same 4 books, correct?
Everything in the bundle.
Everything in the previous bundle, those same 4 books, but this is we're bumping it up to a Peter Laird bundle. So it'll also come with an original Peter Laird sketch with it, and it's on their marker on just kind of regular sketch paper, nothing too fancy, but they're nice turtle heads that Pete did.
There might be bends.
Yep, there may be a little corner bend from Pete turning the pages even when he was drawing on them. This Batman turtle book from quite a while ago that I penciled, Peter inked, and Ben Bishop actually colored this, who is now working on the Last Ronin with Kevin. So that'll come with the book, with the other stuff as well. And last but not least, a Fugitoid figure signed by Peter as well.
Peter Laird with the remark and signature on the Fugitoid figure, and you get that original Peter Laird sketch, and you get all the books from the prior bundle plus this Batman Turtles.
Right, and again, I'll be signing and remarking on it. So
only 3 of these bundles, and how much are they?
Oh.
I'll ask the boss.
$450.
They are $450.
$450. That includes that original Laird sketch. There's only 3. So the first 3 people to write $450 get that Laird Steve Levine bundle. $450 gets you those 2 and the books he discussed. So write $450 if you want one of those bundles. There's only 3. So the first 3, I'll call them when I see them. $450. Okay.
There we go.
All right.
Yep.
It takes like 30 seconds to see, but $450 gets them. There's 3 of them. So
only 3.
I'll let you know.
Only 3 of those.
Okay.
You want to
wait a couple
want to
minutes?
give a little bit for people to breathe on that, or
yeah, I think let's keep rolling, and I'll call it out. What else do we have to show them?
Okay. Well, how about if we go with some original art that's been kind of hanging around for a while?
Okay.
I've got this is a Splinter that was it was licensing art from I'm going to say 89 would be my best guess. It's something that I penciled, Ryan Brown inked, and then I in turn painted it. So everything's on here. It's fully painted. It's got airbrush and kind of over painted for me for how small the piece of art is. But it's all original, and it is $300 for this. It's original from 1989 Turtle licensing art.
All right. So you drew that and you painted it?
I penciled it. Ryan Brown inked it, and then I painted it. Yep.
Beautiful. Awesome Splinter piece, you guys. You said it's 300?
Yep.
$300, Splinter fans.
It's a well-aged piece. It's got some white out on it up here from, you know, Ryan maybe dropped his brush. So it's a well-loved old piece of art, that's for sure.
And I also want to say, so you guys, so this is Steve Levine again. He was part of the original team on the Mirage run of Turtles. He did a lot of the marketing in the 80s and 90s for Turtles. He still works on Turtles. Like this drawing, Steve, is it true? Is this your drawing right here?
A drawing, yeah. Yeah.
This,
that's.
You guys knew you had this on your Trapper Keepers or whatever. Steve Levine, he's the guy who drew that. So that's an example of some of the marketing materials he put together.
Ryan, who did ink this? Ryan and I did. I always like to say probably 60 to 70% of everything that came out in the 80s. That was, you know, the Pizza Eating Cowabunga Turtles art. So, you know, whether it's a video game or it's your sheets or something like that, we did so much of that stuff. So, but so this was just probably used on, again, I don't know.
Okay.
There was stuff that was used. The fans seem to always go, "Oh, I had that on this," after I show them something. So I don't always know what it was on, but that's available for anybody who might want.
And Steve wants you guys to ask fan questions as well, you guys. So ask fans. You got Turtle fan questions. He was there in the beginning, so he can definitely answer all sorts of questions. If you guys have Turtles fan questions, definitely don't be shy.
100%.
So okay, so we showed the first bundles that had that actually both bundles have Last Ronin Lost Years in them. The bundle we just showed, if people missed it, it has an original Peter Laird sketch on it, and that it's not that easy to find Peter Laird stuff, you guys. So you know that. So I don't know if you missed that. There's 3 bundles, and you get that as well.
As well, which was not available in stores. So and Pete signed it, so that's also in the bundle.
All right. So let us know. The Peter Laird bundle was $450, and then the first bundles were what? Were they $175?
4 books of print in a sketch, an original sketch. By me.
Okay. Somebody, let's see. Are you looking forward to watching the new Turtles movie?
Very much so. Yeah. I hope everybody else is. I mean, they look cool, and I just think it's exciting. You know, like looking forward to seeing what Seth Rogen's spin on the Turtles will be. Everything I've seen, I've enjoyed.
Has there been any like kind of involvement from any of the original like crew in that movie, or?
Not that I know of. I can't. I wasn't. So, but I can't really. Kevin usually has something going on with that type of stuff, but I can't even 100% that.
All right. Yeah, Loki. You read my mind. I just asked that question. So he's not sure about everyone, but he hasn't been. So let's really quickly, Steve, and let's recap the first bundle and then the Laird bundle, and then we'll move on. But we have about 70-ish people here. Yeah. It was a little early before, so I want to just show them these bundles one more time.
All right, let me try to organize it a little bit here. We'll pull it back out. So in the bundle, we'll start with the books. Again, you'll be getting the first issue.
Yeah, keep it like that because it's a little close. Yeah, there you go. That
Ronin Lost Years. This cover I penciled. Jim Lawson inked it, and I colored it. Actually, my pencils are on the back cover. So you kind of get both if you wanted it. That's the first book. You also get another Jim Lawson and I cover, which is it's basically the Turtles on the courthouse in downtown Northampton is what's on here, and it even it kind of go around. You get a little bit more of it's a wraparound, so you get a little more of the street in Northampton. But it has all 4 Turtles, and Jennica is on this one, and it's issue 132. This one is an homage to the first comics, very first graphic novel that Kevin drew. But this one is actually drawn by Tim Laddie and painted by me. Tim Laddie is doing the Saturday morning cartoon series right now for IDW. Very talented guy, and a lot of fun to do that piece with him.
It's number 124.
And it's issue 124. And last but not least, this is The Last Ronin Virgin Variant issue 5. And this cover Kevin and I did, Kevin Eastman and I. This was a lot of fun because Kevin penciled it, I inked it and colored it. So that was a lot of fun for me to get to do that. I colored a million things from Kevin and Pete, but I don't usually get to ink their stuff, so it was very fun for me. And with the bundle, you will also get, we've got a couple prints here. It'll be either one or the other of these.
One or the other print in every bundle. Okay.
They'll be kind of mixed and matched and everything. And again, last but not least, we have original sketches. You might get a turtle, you might get a villain, or you might get another hero. They're all random. These are all original sketches. I just kind of had fun and did a bunch. There actually is a Last Ronin in the bunch as well. So that's what.
Awesome. So you get a random sketch. You get one of those 2 prints, and you get those 4 books he showed, and he signs them. He'll remark them.
Sign and remark.
All that together, all 6 pieces. How much was that again? 175. Is that right?
170.
170.
Yep.
So write $170 if you want that first bundle. 6 pieces in that bundle, including that original sketch. And then we keep the books, right? Well, let's do this first. Any takers on that? $170 gets that bundle. All right, I got a claim here for 2 of them.
Okay.
Islander_Phil. Thank you, Phil's going to take 2 of those at 170 each. So Islander_PHIL. Again, if you claim anything, you guys send them an email, shellbackartworks@yahoo.com. It's at the bottom of the screen. Otherwise, Dee will yell at me. I got another claim. $170. Jay Poisden, JPOYSDEN. Thank you, my friend. Another big Turtles fan.
Yep.
Denise said hi, Joshua. We don't know if Joshua heard that, but Denise said hi.
All right, Joshua. They're saying hi. I'm sure you're saying hi back. All right. Any other takers on that first bundle? A few of them just sold. And then there's this Peter Laird bundle. Let's introduce that again.
So the Peter Laird bundle, again, you're going to get the same 4 books that we just showed you, the Last Ronins and the recreation thing. You'll get a print again with that bundle, but you also in the bundle you're going to get an original Peter Laird sketch. It's going to be it's a turtle, but you're going to get a Peter Laird turtle. It's a marker sketch on kind of nice regular sketchbook paper, nothing too heavy. You're going to get a Fugitoid that wasn't available in stores. It's also signed and remarked by Pete on those. And we're going to throw in this other book that wasn't in the other bundle. That's a Batman Turtle crossover book that I penciled the cover, Peter inked the cover, and Ben Bishop colored the cover. But it will be signed by me. The other guys, I can't unfortunately get them to do it, but I'll be signing and remarking on the cover as well.
Okay, so there's only 3 of those Peter Laird bundles.
Only 3.
And again, that Peter Laird sketch piece, that is not a print. Nope. That's original art. Peter Laird drew that with a marker. So that's that's not easy to come by. There's only 3 of them, and 3 bundles.
These are from 2020. This is actually signed in 2019, but so 2020.
$450 gets one of the Peter Laird bundles. $450. All right. Any takers at that? Let us know. And then we saw a Splinter piece for $300.
Yep.
That Steve penciled and painted, so that's $300. All right, so if you missed the beginning, I think you're caught up now. Let us know if you want any of those. Awesome Turtles pieces. And if you have fan questions for Steve, let us know.
I'll answer them.
I did see one question. Somebody was kind of wanting to dig into the 5th turtle. Was there, any was there ever like thoughts of a fifth turtle early on? Any insight into the whole fifth turtle thing that you want to share?
I know, boy, initially, like there wasn't any thought because the turtles were mutated at that one moment in time, so it was the four of them initially. And I know for quite a few years, it wasn't something that it was something that Kevin was willing to do. And it happened in the next mutation. I think Venus de Milo was the first version of a female turtle. And I think way back in the original cartoon, Mona Lisa, who's a newt or a lizard or a newt in the original cartoon, was proposed to be a turtle, but Kevin and Pete nixed it at that point. But I know in the next mutation series, they added the turtle. I don't think Pete was really excited about it. But I know now it's kind of turned into Jenica, which she's very cool, and I think it's cool to have a female turtle. But just, again, at the onset, I don't think it was something that was ever in their game plan.
Yep. Okay, and someone else I think I know the answer to this, but there's a lot of new faces. So, Steve, who is your favorite turtle?
Well, you do know which one because by default I have to go with Mikey since he's kind of based on me personality-wise, and hairline. So Mikey. Mikey's my favorite turtle. And he probably would have been anyways, but I like that I'm attached to it that way too.
So in prior appearances, Steve has shared with us that Kevin had shared that Steve was the inspiration for Michelangelo. So that's the background there.
If you've seen the Turtle Power documentary, Kevin says it in the documentary, which that's when I had to definitively say yes, that's true.
Okay, so do we have other items to show people, or was that what we brought?
No, we have a lot of art.
Okay.
We want to switch to art.
Yeah, let's show some art.
Okay, so I've got some. I created the character, the Chameleon, who was in the Archie Adventure series. There was a couple issues with him. It was codenamed Chameleon, so he was a mutated chameleon. So I've got a couple of pages from the second issue that had the Chameleon. It's actually pages 12 and 13, so they kind of coincide. Here is page 12, and you see, you try to see, but the Chameleon is actually this gargoyle right here because he can manipulate his form as opposed to, because of his mutation, instead of just changing colors, he was able to alter his shape. So he's there. And then we got a little bit more. This is page 13, and you can see him kind of changing into the gargoyle, and then breaking into the building after the bad guys had left. I believe is what he did in this. Not 100%. Don't have the whole issue, but so I have these. These are original pages from the Archie Adventures series. I believe, and the artist, I created the character and I co-plotted the story. But I did not do the art on these pages. This is by Chris Allen. And Chris Allen did a lot of the Adventure series books. Ken Matroni drew a lot of them. I painted a lot of the covers for the Adventure series and did some character designs, and created, like I said, the Chameleon, which never got made into a toy. Always bummed me out. But so I have 2 pages.
$3.50 each.
They're $3.50 each, or if somebody wanted to, we could bundle them together. If you wanted 12 and 13, or I think they go this way.
For $6.50 instead.
We could do it for $6.50 if anybody.
All right, so $3.50 each. This is from the Archie Adventures Turtle series. Is that right? Or?
Yeah, correct. Yep. And these are from issue. Well, I don't know the number. I hate to even try. Let me see if it's on the page.
There's one there, but
that's the other one. So it's from 1993. It looks like the date on the page is at the bottom here. I've got 8/24/93. So these are from 1993.
All right. Anyone looking for some Turtles Adventures original art? There you go. 2 pieces there. Let us know. Okay.
Yep.
What else we got?
This is a cool thing.
So we've got Mighty Mutanimals. So this is the actually issue from the Mighty Mutanimals. It's issue 2, but we have the blue line painted cover for it right here. So this is the actual cover. I know it's hard to pick up some glare. I'm trying to get the best angle on it. But if you want to see, so this is the old way of coloring. So all the painting is done underneath. So this is all, this is one of my favorite covers. I just loved, I don't know why, but the texture on this snake, I had so much fun doing it. It was drawn by Garrett Ho and colored by me. And it's issue 2 of the Mighty Mutanimals. And it is from, I don't see the date on it, but
So Steve, what does the overlay do? Like it
so
has black lines on it, or what does it do?
Overlay is literally just the black.
Just the black.
The black line. So this is the way of doing high-end color pre-computers. So, you know, like regular comic books, would you just have a color call-up, but on the covers in higher-end comics, you'd have to do full painting underneath. It was called blue lines. But everything on there underneath, you see how the rocks in the corner are blue, and then they're black. So the black line goes back on, and it's all kind of printed in blue underneath, and then I fully painted everything. And then I just have to, this was basically, the black overlay was for the color artist. So they could see, you know, like if you put some colors on, sometimes things would disappear and you could kind of flip it back and forth, but it's got a kind of animated cell look to it.
Wow.
Because of that. But that was the way we did all the covers, especially the Archie series covers were all done with this blue line. So this is all airbrushed. This is all airbrushed in here. The snake has airbrush on his colored pencil. A little bit of everything going on in there. And it was a lot of fun.
So that's basically that is the original art to that cover. So what issue was that?
That is issue 2 of the Mighty Mutanimals. It has Mondo Gecko, has Jaguar, and this is, believe it or not, this is I think would he become Ray Fillet the toy, but he was Man Ray at one point, and those are his original colors. Ryan Brown, who created him, was giving me the colors, and I was like, okay, so that's what you want. So that's why it's, if people look at it, it's like, why isn't Man Ray or Ray Fillet the right colors? Those were actually his original colors when he first came out. So
that is awesome. Okay, how much is that?
8.
This is 8. This is a, you know, it's a full cover, so it's 8. It's 8.
All right,
With the book.
$800. That's the original art from from issue number 2, you guys.
And the book will come with it. It's not a slabbable perfect book, but that's the only one I had around, so I figured I'd throw it in with it.
All right, $800 if you want the original art for that cover. That's issue number 2
of the Mighty Mutanimals.
All right, 800. Let us know. What's up, Turk? What's up, AJ? Did you see he has Peter Laird original sketches. There's 3 of them available. They come in a bundle. AJ, let us know if you're interested. Any other Turtles fans just joining? Those you're not going to see that. You're just not going to see it. So there's 3 of them. $450 for a Peter Laird bundle. Let us know if you want one of those. We'll keep rolling.
Okay, I got another piece of original art. This is it's a larger piece. This is actually Ryan Brown, who I've mentioned many times already, was my kind of co-conspirator in the licensing division of Mirage. Ryan actually created Leatherhead in both versions. So this is the Mirage Studios Tales of the Turtles version, and this is, of course, the more cartoony version. This is something that Ryan penciled and inked, and I painted. Excuse me. This is we did, I think, just last year. I'm trying to see if it has the actual.
So penciled and inked by the creator of Leatherhead, is that?
Leatherhead, exactly. Yeah. So Ryan created Leatherhead. So this is, you know, kind of, and he kind of decided to have the Leatherheads fighting each other, which I thought was very interesting. But it was fun to color, and I had a lot of fun. I got my airbrush out again and had a lot of fun with some spatter, toothbrush spatter, and trying to give them a lot of textures because, you know, it's a couple of Raging Gators here. And I think the dimensions down at the bottom, it's 11.5 by 23. So it's 11.5 tall by 23 long to get both boys in there.
Awesome. And how much is that?
This is $400. This is you know, and again, that's getting Ryan to do something this big on his own, pretty much. You know, penciling in, inking it is not a normal thing. We don't usually get that often, and he just sent this out on a whim to me and asked me to paint it, and I was like, sure. So
that is That's awesome. So yeah, so drawn by the creator of the Leatherhead character and the two versions fighting each other.
Exactly.
That's awesome. And
Yeah.
then Steve inked that.
Well, I painted it, right?
Painted it. Sorry, painted it.
Yeah, I just say, and again, it's you know, it's on some pretty good paper, and it is all airbrushed, which was a lot of fun to get out. And I know Ryan loved the way it came out when I sent him an image of it. He was like, he almost didn't want to sell it. But
all right, there you go. How much was that one last time?
That is $400. That is
$400. $400 if you want that. Okay. Somebody was asking you, Steve. So, excluding the turtles themselves, who's your favorite Ninja Turtles character?
I do have an answer right away for that. My favorite. I mean, he's a villain, but I've always loved Rat King. Rat King. You know, from the Tales of the Turtles, Rat King. I don't know why he just always fit perfectly in their world, and Jim Lawson created him, and it's just always been one of my favorite characters. So it's always kind of my go-to answer. It bugs Jim's always like, really? I'm like, yeah, really like Rat King. He is my favorite.
Yes, there's a lot. Yeah, there's I mean, he's kind of like their neighbor, right?
Right.
he's like the other side of the sewer.
He's from the bad side of the sewer.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. If you guys have any other fan questions, let him know. He's showing you some items, but he is also here. It's important to Steve to reach out to his fans. So don't be shy with those questions. We'll keep rolling.
Very much so. So again, I showed you that the cover from the Mutano. So this is a blue line as well. As you can see, this is from an early turtle book. It's from, what is it, issue 4, book 4 of the turtle graphic novels from First Comics. So this is an original page from this. This is page 99. Let's see if I'll get to 99 in here.
What's up, Patrick?
And there's the page inside the graphic novel. So this will be that. So you'll be getting the original color.
And that's blue line.
And this is all blue line. This is what of course, the original turtle books were in black and white. I assisted Kevin on the very first issue that they did. We did issue 1 together, and then after that, I colored all the graphic novels, all these for First Comics. So these are all, again, based on the first Mirage books, and these are so you're going to get the original color page in the book with it. And this book is very, very, very rare, only in the sense that, I don't know if you can see everybody's signature on there, but you're getting, it's kind of everybody in the studio. You're getting Kevin, Pete, Jim, Ryan,
and you.
me, all on this particular this book, which, again, Ryan is almost as hard as Pete to get to sign anything at this stage. So this was signed in '88. I noticed that Pete always dates his signature, and it was signed in 1988. So
wow, the whole crew's on there.
Most of the Mirage crew, I think, probably everybody that had something to do with this book in some ways is definitely in here. And you get the page as well. And again, these are getting hard to find, and they're getting pricey. And there's only one of one. So you're getting the page, and you're getting the book. And these are, again, because it's signed by everybody, it's a little pricey. It's going to be
$800. The book is signed by the whole original team, you guys, and again, and you get the original art page as well. $800. Wow. And
again, the Brian signature is almost as hard, if not harder, than Pete to get at times. So it's and he doesn't do shows, so him in here is almost as lucky as having Pete in here. So I have that available. That's one graphic novel. And
$800 for those 2 pieces.
Page 99 from it. It's got quite a few turtles on it. It's got Casey's truck. I have another one here that is not as expensive because I don't have all the signatures inside, but it's a much older book. It's book 2. And this page is one of my, the reason that it's still here is because it was always one of my all-time favorites for some reason. I just love the Outrams and everything in here. So this literally just came out of my own personal collection that I had for many, many, many years. So I pulled that out, and it's page 43. It's a blue line like all of them. You know, all the paintings underneath, so you get that kind of animated cell look. And here's the page here. So there's the page in the book. And there's what it would look like if you had the original put in there. So you've got, you'll get both this original page in this issue, which is, I think, one of my last copies of this as well. Again, like I said, these are not readily available any longer because First Comics isn't around. So so this is available, and this is 6. And again, this is an early book, and of course early turtle art.
So in that first compilation, is that where they is that the first time they basically put in the old issues and you guys added color? Is that what that was about?
Yeah. So that's exactly it. So back in what is this, 80? I don't know what the date is on. I'll try to get a date here. Let's see, 87.
Yeah.
So this is 1987 when this book came out. So Kevin and Pete had the wherewithal for some reason. I guess they thought that if they wanted to get good black and white copies in case something happened when they toned it, that they could light table and redo the page if they had to, because the toning sometimes got crazy. So they made copies of everything pre-toning, because the toning had all the, if you've seen the black and white books, it's got all that cross-hatching that's in it. Mm-hmm. And all these pages don't have any of the cross-hatching. None of it's on there, so we have to paint it, press painting it all in. So it's just very bizarre, but it was so cool that they were smart enough to make copies, so they were able to do these books way back when. And like I said, the issue 1, Kevin and I I kind of assisted him, and then they didn't love the other 2 colorists that did the other stuff, so they offered me to do the next book. And these are some of the very first pages I did, which was, again, 1987, many years ago. So
how much for both again?
This is 6. You're getting the book in this page. It's 1 of 1 in the book.
All right, $600 takes that.
Yep.
Any takers on that? Let them know. That the book's not signed on that one, right?
This book is not signed. That's why it's not as much. But it's an earlier book, and the page is much earlier. It's just, again, it's just something I don't know why I like it so much, but I do love it. So.
All right, several 1-of-1s, you guys, and if you missed the beginning, there are some Peter Laird original sketches. Surprised nobody's made a move on those, but there's a whole bundle, Peter Laird bundle, that we showed in the beginning.
Yep.
There's only 3 of them. And let us know if you're interested in chat. We can recap it. But, yeah, that's part of the bundle.
That's a couple of the Peter Laird signed things. And you're
gonna so would he be willing to sign the book? I know Steve will sign anything that he sells you guys. He doesn't skimp with that. He will sign everything.
Signing everything. So, I remark. I always do, turtle head remark on everything that I do for these events. So,
yeah.
And at a show that always costs extra.
He's very generous about that. I loved all the packages I've gotten from him with little extra remarks and such. All right, let's keep rolling.
Okay.
What else do we have to show them? And if you guys have fan questions, let them know, you guys. So we're not going to be on for too long today, but you guys are getting awesome access to Steve, so let him know.
I'm here. I'm going to go back another Mirage to a Mirage thing that it's not officially, it's not Turtles, but because Kevin and Pete at the onset, most comic book artists are, if they're not getting into the industry, they're trying to get into the industry, but it's very difficult. And back in the day, there's no Kickstarters and stuff, so people would do mini comics. Like a lot of artists would practice. Kevin and Pete did Fugitoid, was made to be a mini comic. So in that idea, years later, when Mirage was going along, they decided to do a collection of mini comics. So they were bound in a little cardboard container, and I forget how there might have been 10 or more mini comics. And I did one Steve Murphy, who was a writer in the studio, he wrote all the Archie Adventure books. He also wrote a book called Puma Blues, and this is one of the actual pages from the mini comic. So it's the original page. It was shrunken down. We did them very small because they were going to be shrunken down about a little bit smaller, probably to about that size. So we didn't do them large. And this is, if you look on the back here, let's see, yeah, you can see a little bit. So Dan Berger, who worked he worked on the Archie Adventure series. He was very funny because I penciled it a little different size. He had to shrink it down, and on the back here, there's actually taped on the shrunken down panels that he inked on the light table. So they're on the back there if anybody. It's just kind of interesting to see, but it's just a funky thing. And again, it's the Mirage mini comics. They were fun. There was a puma in it, and there was a manta ray. And this is the puma underwater, which he didn't want to go. So it was kind of fun. And Murph was very, as a writer back in the day, he was always very good about, even in the regular Turtle book, kind of like he was an environmental champion. You know, so like a lot of the Turtle stories, there's a lot of that in the Turtle stories. So Puma Blues was very much that. It was trying to keep people aware of the environment and stuff. So that's what basically this story is about. Toxic waste underwater. If you can see some, barrels of toxic waste and stuff. So it was them expressing, their disdain for what was happening in the ocean. So it was just fun little story, okay. I guess. But that's it.
How much is that?
That is $200. It's a page from the Mirage mini comics.
$200 there with the Puma. There was a question. People are asking about the Laird sketch.
Yep.
And they want to know if this is sacrilegious, this request, but maybe there's an option for it. Would you be willing to color that Peter Laird sketch and sign it? And what would that entail?
Well, the only thing I could do on these would be I could do it in marker because it's not super heavy paper. Pete did them on kind of a lighter sketch paper. So it wouldn't take like Dr. Martin's how I traditionally do it, but I could definitely do it in marker for somebody. I've got a big set of markers, so if that's something somebody would like.
So the Laird bundle, it has that. It also has a Fugitoid figure with Laird.
Yep.
He drew a turtle on. He sketched a turtle and signed it, and it comes with four of the comics that we can show again as well.
Yep.
And
well, it also comes with this bonus comic, which isn't in my regular bundle, which, again, I penciled, Peter Laird inked, and Ben Bishop colored. Mm-hmm. And then these are the 4 books that come with it. We've got this one. We've got the I call it the Love of Northampton book right here. We've got Northampton Courthouse. We've got the first issue of the Lost Year, Last Ronin. This one was drawn by me and colored by me and inked by Jim Lawson from the studio. You'll also get this Virgin variant, which there wasn't a lot of these. This is issue 5 of The Last Ronin. So the final issue, this was penciled by Kevin Eastman, inked by me, and colored by me. And then you would also get a random, oops, let me see if I get the print, a random print. It might be this print with all 4 of the boys. It might be a kind of more dramatic from Turtle Tournament Fighters. That's actually from the video game Tournament Fighters. So that's what you'll get in the Peter Laird bundle.
Okay, so let me just, so they want it, but so you're gonna, no, not all the books are signed by Laird. None of the books are signed by Laird.
Nope.
Let's be clear on that. But
let
me, what about you coloring this in, Steve? Does that change the price?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll try to do it as cheap as possible. Why don't we just we'll add another 50 to it.
50? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so write $500, and he will, if you want him to color in the sketch.
Yep.
So if you want one of those bundles, but you want Steve, to color in the sketch and sign it, write $500. There are 3 of those. 3 of those.
3 only.
Electric Professional and Nick TRVS. Yep.
Yeah.
We could do separate.
And
All right.
if anybody get those and wants them colored, when they message us, let me know what colored bandana they'd like on the turtle.
Okay, so that did it. That did it. All 3 are claimed.
Okay.
$500. This was a little bit messy, you know, because, so I need to see if somebody wrote the price originally. Yeah, it was a little bit messy here, but let me see if somebody didn't write the price at all. Let me see. Yeah, a little crazy here. Let me kind of go in order. I'm going to actually honor the people that tried to claim it originally. So the first person that wrote $450 was Nick TRV as in Victor S.
Got it.
Nick, if you will agree to pay $500, you will have a right to one.
He did. He already reclaimed it at $500.
All right, so Nick TRVS, that's fair, $500. Now, if people did not write the price, they don't get the priority. So the next 2 people would be Collector Professional takes one, and Vigilante and Villains.
Got it.
Got them.
All right. So everybody who claimed one, you want to send an email to shellbackartworks@yahoo.com. And yeah, that was a little bit messy, but that's the fairest way I can see to resolve that. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Again, remember, you got to write the price to claim on Elite Comics 11.
And then now
All right.
a bundle just
Yep.
so everybody knows that's
Yep.
Captain Cosmic, I didn't see you at all, honestly. You must have got filtered completely on my screen. I'm checking again.
I
don't
more.
see it. Sorry.
What? If there's somebody that there was an issue, we have, I think we have one more Fugitoid figure, so we can do another bundle if somebody wants that, another Peter bundle, because we have the.
Well, if there is another one, it will actually go to Islander_Phil. You're saying you have another one?
We have enough for one more, yeah. So
okay, Islander_Phil is the next 500 claim that I see on my screen. Islander_Phil. Thank you.
That's all. That's yeah. We did have an extra one, so So that works out great.
Yeah, that way no one's getting disappointed.
Right. We don't want to disappoint anybody at this point.
All right. Well, you know what? I think that was the fairest way to resolve. Sorry, filtering happens sometimes, you guys. I double checked. That's how I saw it. That's how we're gonna go. Remember, those were on there. Those have been up for about an hour, and nobody said anything until now. So there you go. All right, they're all gone.
It's all the
what else?
At the end. The panic at the end.
What else do we have?
We do have. What do we? Oh, we have a bunch of. We have some books.
Yeah, just random books.
I don't know the prices on these. Denise will yell them at me, but these are all. These are signed by Peter, and this is issue 6, a reprint from Mirage back in the day. This is actually the cover was drawn by Eric Talbot, and I painted this. It's a wraparound cover, and it's not in horrible shape in any way, shape, or form. I'm not gonna say it's a 9/8 or anything like that, but it's in good shape. But it has Peter's signature on it. And again, since I did work on it, I'd be happy to sign it as well and do a head sketch on it if anybody wanted that, or they thought my signature was going to bring down the value. I wouldn't do it if they didn't want it. But this book is, how much is this, hon?
That is $250.
This is $250.
$250. Can you turn the book around?
Yep. And
all right, this might get a little sacrilegious. You know, we have some fun on our live sales. You know, I apologize, Dee, in advance, but we actually call these reach around covers. I don't know, that's not a technical term, but technically
it's a wrap around, but yeah, so you've got Leo leaping onto the front cover fighting a Triceraton, and then you get the boys kind of in battle on the back, you know, doing some more battle, and the weird sports announcer flying around doing the camera work. This again, Eric Talbot drew this particular cover. It was a reprint. It was I think that Kevin and Pete did. I'm going to look for a year on here. This is from 1987 as well. So, and again, we had Pete sign it. So anybody interested in that, that is available for $250.
And this one's $250.
And we also have another one for $250. And again, this one I can sign as well, but it's from the first Turtle movie. It's the Archie version. And again, it's not a 9.8 or anything like that. There's, you know, they've been in stacks in my basement for a long time. So I never thought they'd be worth anything. So they're kind of mine, but this is signed again by Pete here in the center, and he did a little head sketch. And this was, the cover was drawn by Kevin and Pete. And I, again, will be happy to sign it and do a nice remark on it if anyone's interested. This one is, again, $250.
$250. Those were both signed by Peter Laird, and he said Steve would be happy to sign them as well if you'd like. Just let him know.
I did work on both of the things, so I'd be happy to do it.
Let's talk about that real quick, Steve. So, like I was saying, you were the letterer on the original Mirage run. You've done a lot of other things as well, but lettering, like, you know, if people have read the originals, like, you know, that's a crazy art form in itself, just conveying different emotions and stuff. You want to talk about that at all? I mean, I think it's something that a lot of people enjoy, but I mean, sometimes maybe they don't appreciate it completely.
Well, it's definitely a lost art now because you can do it on the computer. You can just type it. You can get the comic font, and you know, so that. Yeah, I mean, I started on issue 5. Kevin did the original, you know, lettering on the original books, and I had known Kevin since high school. And when him and Pete started the Turtles, he asked me to join. I think expressly because he didn't want to do the lettering any longer. So he asked if I wanted to do that, and I had never done it. I mean, I've always liked to draw. Didn't think I was going to do it. I would have probably rather worked for Mad Magazine, not a comic book artist, but I ended up being a comic book artist. So when I started, I did the lettering from issue 5 on, and then pretty quickly, you know, the graphic novels, as we mentioned, came along. That was just a year or two after I was there. So then I kind of did all the coloring, you know, and then as there'd be different versions of the covers, I started to do paint a lot of the covers that if there was a reissue with a new cover, if Pete drew it or somebody else drew it, I somehow got to do a lot of the covers too, and ended up doing a lot more of the covers from Raj. Painted a lot of the Archie Adventure Series covers as well, and again, like you mentioned. When they became, as I like to call them, the Peace-Eating Cowabunga Turtles, that's when I got to draw more.
Yeah, like, so if you missed it, like, everybody, if you grew up in the 90s or late 80s, you saw this. And this piece here, iconic. This, Steve Levine drew this. And so
I just sold the original piece a couple of years ago for more money than I could ever imagine. I had to keep telling the guy who bought it that, you know, Eastman and Laird didn't do this piece of art. But everyone knows it, you know, that's the fun thing, you know. So a lot of people, because of their growing up with the cartoon, knew stuff that I did now before, and then they kind of go backwards and find Kevin and Pete, which is very weird to me because we've always, in the past, we were always pointing to, no, those are the guys that created them, you know. So it's just interesting now to have people grow up with just that.
I'm gonna confess to you, Steve, that I was obsessed with this growing up, and I traced it, I copied it, and I just kept trying to draw turtles just like this for a long time. My turtles, I would never show you them, but I don't even know if they ever came close, but definitely a huge inspiration, so thank you.
Hey, again, like I said, it's amazing that that's hung around that long. You know, it always blows my mind how long that piece of art, you know, has been around and on. You know, I mean, it's been redrawn by people. I've seen it. They don't redraw the turtles, but they change the sewer lid into a pizza for some reason. You know, because on the sewer they put their, you know, I'm like, okay, whatever, you know, like, because they will use it on different things. And of course, licensees can, back in the day, could do whatever they wanted to our art, you know, which we were fine with. But yeah.
Yep. Okay, so guys, we got probably about 15 more minutes here, maybe 10 to 15 more minutes. So you guys have any other questions for Steve, or let's show some more items? You got some more items you want to show them?
The other book.
Yeah.
Oh,
we have one. What do we have? I think we have 5 of these. monster compendiums. You know, they weigh about 800 pounds.
Uh-huh.
And so these, I think they go for around $150. We're going to do them for 120, and I don't know if you can see, but I kind of put that in there so I can sign it to you. So your name, and as you can see, there's a dotted line where whatever weapon you would like the turtle to be holding to make whatever turtle you want, and I'll sign it. And God, these things weigh a ton. Yeah, this is, boy, I don't know how many books are in here. I'll take a quick look.
You show them a peek inside just so they know what's going on inside that book. So $120, and he drew that art in there for you guys.
I mean, it's got Tales books. It's got the first turtle books. It's got just everything.
All right, $120. How many of those do you have to sell?
I have 5 of these, and again, I will sign it to whoever.
All right, 120, you guys.
Yeah, and then I'll do a sketch, and it'll probably be a little bit better than that, and I'll put whatever weapon, and just let me know what turtle you want it to be. That's why I put the dotted line in my example.
Okay. So he's gonna draw it from scratch, you guys. So he's gonna ask you what weapon, what turtle you want it to be. Cool. All right, let's get. I see a claim here for Mankey period comics. That's M4 NKEY period comics takes 1. Let's give one to Captain Cosmic 84. I see you this time here. Captain COZ as in zebra MIC 84. Let's give one to Nort Dort NORT DORT. And then there's 2 more left. Anthony, you want one? You wrote claim, right? 120, Anthony. All right, so Anthony wants one. That's Vigilante, Vigilantes _villains. And then the last one is going to go to Mr. Happy Sculpt Works. Mr. MR Happy SCULPT Works. Okay. Okay, so I think that's all of them, or you have more?
We'll go ahead and give one to Big Shovels.
She said we have one more for Big Shovels.
Perfect. Big Shovels. You're going to take the last one. Big Shovels. Okay, anybody, and again, I don't want D. You don't want to get on the wrong side of D, all right? So if you claim anything, you want to send an email to shellbackartworks@yahoo.com. It's at the bottom of the screen. So it's at the bottom of the screen. If you claim something, send them an email, please. It makes it easy for them, and we like them coming back. So please do that. Okay? Thank you, guys. All right. We have another item we want to show?
We have a lot of random. Okay, so when I do commissions and stuff, my process generally is to do a pencil, and then I light table the final art because, just kind of works better that way. So I've got a bunch of some are just random sketches, doodles from my studio. And I've got them in different bundles. I've got a bundle that are 25. Then I've got a bundle that are...
No, you got 150?
50, 50, 75, and 100. But they're all kind of random stuff. So it's stuff like this where like a Savante Romero sketch, I've got that. That's a $50. It's just it's marker on paper. The pencils are underneath. It's just kind of me practicing a little bit on a character, trying to get it down. So that's one that's available. And then I've got random ones like this one where you get a couple of turtles doing weird things in a Ghost Rider, just having some fun. And this
How much is that?
These are 50. I'm just going to go
$50 each. If you see one you like, right?
Yeah,
50.
a bat turtle, and just kind of playing around. Like I was probably getting used to a brush marker, or testing it out. So I'll do that a lot. I've got a nice pencil turtle head there. Is that a good angle on it?
Yeah, $50 Ghost Rider. That's cool. That's going to go to Bad Hombre Pablo. Bad Hombre Pablo got the Ghost Rider first. Thank you.
Okay, and again, this is just a kind of pencil, just big turtle head. It's just a random. That's all that's there. Just kind of a giant face. That one's a 50. I've got a Bebop with a weapon drawn here. And again, see, some of it fades off because I mean, at times I get tight and at times it gets a little loose. That's why they're just sketches. They're
Copy paper.
yeah, and they're on copy paper because I light table onto better paper for the finished stuff.
Okay.
So I've got a Bebop.
Lyrus wants the turtle head.
This is another one. This is a little. This got a turtle on it, but it's. I just was into the Scarecrow.
Go
Batman.
Goku, you wrote 50. Did you want the big turtle or the Bebop? The turtle head.
Okay.
All right, Goku, the Multi-Poo. Looks like DSOD as well. Turtle
Okay.
head. Thank you.
And again, that's just kind of. I was having fun doing the Scarecrow and just playing around and.
Bad Hombre Pablo wants the Scarecrow.
Okay.
Bad Hombre Pablo wants the Scarecrow. Which one was the Archie? Is that sold already?
Bebop?
No.
No.
I didn't have an RC. I had Savanti Romero.
Oh, okay, he meant the Scarecrow, but that one was gone already. Anyway, sorry, Patrick, that one was gone. I got a claim on the Bebop, $50. Robert Tran 23. Robert Tran 23 is going to take the Bebop for 50. Okay.
This is again. It's a Batman by me. It's again testing my. I got some new gray markers, so I kind of did a quick Batman head. That's 50 as well. If anyone's interested in that, if they're a Batman fan like I am.
$50 on the Batman. Steve Levine drawn Batman.
If you need to see it again.
Was there a Savanti?
There is a Savante. Yep. He's on a little bit.
All right, Savanti. Wires, I see your tests. I don't see claims from you. Mr. Happy Sculptworks takes the Savanti.
Okay.
Mr. Happy Sculptworks, and then the Batman claimed as well. Bad Hombre Pablo takes the Batman.
Okay.
Bad Hombre Pablo, thank you.
He's my Batman fan. He got the Scarecrow.
There were several people wanted your Batman, so.
Maybe getting another one in here. Who knows? This was actually from a cover, and it's just a Donatello's backside, and it's the pencils that was put together. I put it together on the computer. I would do that a lot. I pencil, shrink it down, or fit it onto the cover differently. So this is Donatello's backside. $50 if you need to see.
Anyone want Donatello's backside for $50? $50, Donatello's backside.
This again, that was from my IDW did the Adventure Series Collected. So this is again another.
Fine. You can't show backside on here and not expect it to draw interest. All right. I Hate Jock 1692 takes the backside Don.
Okay.
IH the number 8 JOCKS 1692. Thank you very much.
Okay, here's another. This is again from. I'm not sure which one, but we get another backside. We get a back of Mikey's head, and evidently something that didn't work out because it's all crossed out and there's a big X so that he's not going to be on it. Of Dreadmon. I didn't like the way he looked, but it has a good, nice back of Mikey's head, and that again falls into the 50 category. So if anybody's interested in Mikey, the back of Mikey and
yes, Goku the Multi-Poo wants it. Goku the Multi-Poo. Can you show that piece again?
Sure.
My mind's just blown. Like, I can't, I mean, obviously you're a legend, and I can't draw. I can't even draw a bear. my dog becomes a bear, but, like, I can't imagine drawing that character and then thinking it doesn't look good.
It may have been the angle, it may have been something else, but I was frustrated with it, so I just,
all right.
It made me feel good to scribble on it.
Looks awesome to me. All right.
This is also, again, where it falls into the 50 pile. This was, again, from one of the Archie covers. This is, I'm not sure which one, but it's either Skull or Bean, I think. And they were like, they were dung beetles that were featured in the Archie Adventure series. So that's a full one of him. I don't know if you can see. I can see he's got everything on there. And again, you can see it's a sketch. I fade off, and it doesn't quite fit on everything, but it was going to be shrunken down and put on the computer. So he's a 50, and we have a bigger version of the other guy with his. I think he shoots poop out of there. I'm not sure if I remember right.
Poop?
Yeah, they're dung beetles, but they're
He shoots
poop.
poop. He shoots poop out of that hole.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm almost sure of that, but that's another $50. Okay. That's another $50.
Backside of April.
Oh, I don't have a backside of April. Sorry. Like the other Batman thing, this again was me playing around. It's not turtles, but it was a fun werewolf. And evidently there was a phone number up top because there's a lot of crossed out stuff on the top of this one. And this was just me. Again, with a new marker set, and I was playing around. I don't know if anyone's into it, but they falls into the 50 category, and it was fun to do.
$50, and you get Steve's credit card number.
Right. My social security and my credit. If you can figure it out, it's my social security and credit card. Good luck with that. That's also available. It's just a fun werewolf. It was fun to do. I get to play around every once in a while with this one. So we mentioned Jennica earlier. I had never drawn Jennica, and I was doing a commission for somebody. This actually wasn't the commission, but I just wanted to get her down, and she's drawn so many different ways. So I kind of did my own version of her, and that's it. That falls into the 50 category. I think it even says on it, first try, Jennica first try down at the bottom.
Cool.
So,
all right, $50, Jennica.
First attempt at Jennica. So if anybody's a Jennica fan, that's available. Again, this is a Karai that somebody actually commissioned.
Yeah, Jenica's cool. That's claimed. That's
okay.
Gonna go to Still Chasing Fun. Still Chasing Fun. Thank you very much. I see you.
Got it.
And again, we have Karai and her armor. This is not somebody. I think it's my first time ever drawing her, and it's funny because I get requests and I have to kind of work it out, but this is a commission for somebody. They got the finished version of her, but this is the pencil drawing. It was a lot of fun. Again, first time drawing that. Yeah.
All right, $50 on that if you want it.
To anybody. Okay, so I know we had a Batman before, but this is a Bat Turtle head that I was practicing.
That's cool.
So he's available. He's a $50
right
guy.
50.
Yeah.
Right 50 if you want that. That's cool.
Yeah, so that was again me kind of playing around and putting a cowl on a turtle and having a little fun with it. So that's available for 50. I've got a kind of traditional Leo.
Yeah, you can't show that and not expect it to go. You should actually bring more of those next time because
it's only once.
Yeah, we could have just sold those all show. All right, let's get one to Omar Shockett. Omar Shockett. It takes the Bat Turtle first. There was a lot of people that wanted that, Steve. Omar Shockett. Thank you.
I'll have to do something with him, evidently. So this was, I'm guessing, a commission. It's a Leo, kind of very traditional. His legs are there. You can't quite pick them up. And again, because it's a sketch, they're not. If somebody really wanted it, I could go over with a pencil if they wanted me to darken it in before I sent it to them. But it's a full Leo with the sword drawn, and it's available for.
All right, Wire 68 was first on that one. That is Wire, and then 4 S's, and then 68. Wire, 4 S's, 68 gets that one. Thank you, Wire. I saw Sal's, I saw I Hate Jocks, I saw Goku, but Wires was first.
Yeah. There's be some more turtles in here, probably. Most likely. I've got a kind of shadowy Donatello here, kind of bent down. He's got his staff drawn behind him. I don't want to know what you guys are saying.
Okay.
He's landing like a hero. How's that?
Landing like a hero, Don. That's what we'll call it. All right, Bad Hombre Pablo. He wasn't thinking bad thoughts, right? Bad Hombre Pablo takes it first. Thank you. And Pedro, I saw you. I hate jocks. I saw you. Bad hombre Pablo takes it first.
Ali, are we okay on time? We don't care if you don't care.
No, we're fine as
No,
long as
we have a live set. I already told them that we might be a little bit late. They're totally fine with it. Just keep rolling, you guys. This is great.
Keep in mind that these have tape and stuff on them because that they were taped onto other paper, so they're not, they're not meant to be originally out for the public. So I just always put them off to the side. We sell them at shows every once in a while, but they're sketches. They're not the final act. So I've got a Bebop here with double weapons in full thing, and again, like he's all there. And he's a $50 man. He's in that category. So if anybody's interested in him, he's available.
All right, $50 on the Bebop.
Yep.
All right. This claim, I hate jocks. 1692 is going to take the Bebop.
Cool.
Thank you.
Okay. And again, this is me practicing with a new brush pen in my markers. I just happened to do a shredder helmet. I wanted to kind of see what I could do with it, and so cool. This is available. It's $50. It was just it's just a me messing around piece, but came out kind of cool. I kind of dug it as if you want a shredder's helmet, it's a good one.
Yeah, you guys with Steve, I'm telling you, when you guys email D at shellbackartworks@yahoo.com, let him know you want Steve to sign whatever you got, and he'll sign it. He's so generous about that. He'll sign it. $50 on the shredder goes to Joe_Isaac14. Joe_ISAAC14 was first. Thank you.
And we've got, this is a Mikey on skateboard. Kind of old school Mikey on the board. This was, again, it was a commission. It was part of a multi-piece, so I have them all individually, or a couple of them individual like this. It's Mikey on the board. That's a $50. That falls in the $50 category.
$50.
Anybody interested in that?
Claimed, of course.
Okay.
Sals_comics and stuff. SALS_comics, the letter N, and stuff. Thank you.
And again, we have Donnie from the same piece on his board, and he's, again, falls into the category of 50. So
$50 on the Donnie. Who's going to write that first? $50.
It was nice with the Mikey. He goes perfectly with me.
$50.
He's a $50 Donnie if you want a $50.
Bourbon_Vol. Bourbon_V as in Victor OL takes that Donnie first. Bourbon_Vol. Thank you.
And we've got with the makings of a Raphael, or what was going to be a Raphael sketch. I think I just maybe altered the size so it's kind of there but not fully drawn in. And he's a $50 raft.
$50 raft.
And again,
50 raft.
If somebody
50R.
wants him, and let me know, I will finish the side.
Sals_comics and stuff was first on that one as well. Sals_comics and stuff. You got the raft. Thank you.
And this is the last of the $50 ones. And we've got a Krang robot body head, if anybody's interested. This one, again, I think it was me just practicing, because I don't think it was a commission. I think it was me just kind of playing around, trying to get it down for another piece I was going to be working on. So he's a $50 man, and he's the last of the $50 pile.
$50 for the Krang android. Okay, $50 if you want that, and we're gonna move away from $50 now, right?
Right, we are now in the 75.
Okay.
So these are slightly more expensive.
Someone was asking about a last Ronin, if you wanted to show this.
Oh,
that's
okay.
The one we have, that's 100.
Okay, so
we do have a claim on the Krang,
okay.
so that'll wipe those out. I think we almost sold every one of those. Okay.
We have a handful, but yeah.
Off _course_of_course. You got that? Okay, cool.
So Dee mentioned somebody was asking, I can't see it, but she mentioned asking about the last one, and this is a little more pricey. So this is it's a Kevin pencil, and I inked, but this is only inks, of course. So this is just me, I did. I even inked Kevin's signature, so that's not a real Eastman signature on there. But I was just practicing when I was working on the Last Ronin cover. So I asked him to send me some stuff to practice inking on his stuff. So this is my first attempt on inking Kevin.
And that's 200.
And it's 200, but I had a blast doing it.
It's $200, you guys. So this is it's not original Kevin, right?
It's a light table over Kevin's pencils, so it's only me on the page.
All right.
And the Kevin's signature is fake, so if you get Kevin to sign it, you can let him know that I just was joking. Just kind of wrote it in. Kevin's always that shows. Kevin's always that shows. You can always have Kevin sign his real name.
All right. When you guys see Kevin and tell him that you called it fake. It's not fake. It's not. Yeah, I guess it is.
It is.
You
fake.
tell him. You tell him
signature
Steve Levine did it. All right. You don't tell him Elite Comics 11 did it. You tell him Steve Levine did it. All right. You tell Kevin that.
Yeah, and yeah. So
All right. Things just got out of hand. All right. Sounds like everything's gonna go fine if we give it to Things Just Got Out of Hand. Thank you.
Okay.
Things just got out of hand.
Is it dings or things?
Things.
Things. Things.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was just
Things just got out of hand. You got it.
So we're in a $100 pile here. So these are a little tighter, and usually these are 4 things. So these next few turtles you're gonna see, limited run. Did the Shredder's Revenge video game for the physical world. So I did some art for them early on. I designed a play set that was supposed to look like the original sewer play set, but I did like Dead End Alley, and I was going to do a VHS box cover. The project went really long. I bailed out of it, but I did a lot of sketches and stuff, and some of the stuff got used in the project. But this is, I had to do animated turtles. They had to look like the cartoon. So this is the Leo. This is $100. That's Leo, and it's my version of it looks more like the animated version than I traditionally draw. So they're based on, of course, like the cartoon. So that's a Leo. He's 100. He's a full, and he was from limited run. He was not used, but that's what it was generated for.
I Hate Jock 1692 is gonna take that.
Okay.
I Hate Jock 1692. What was that for again?
Limited run games, but it was unused. But there were sketches that I did multiple sketches for them.
Super cool. All right. So that was claim.
And here's Mikey from the very same thing. This is Mikey, of course, his nunchuck. I couldn't fit it in up there because it's supposed to go upwards, so kind of drew it down there, and I had to put it together on the computer. So these are my pencils that I would scan and kind of piece together on the computer and do the final pencils from. So that's Mikey from the limited run thing as well.
How much is that?
That's 100 as well.
$100.
Yeah, we're in the $100.
Okay. Captain Cosmic 84 takes the Mikey. Captain Cosmic 84 takes the mic. What happened to the $75 ones they're asking? Are they coming?
Oh no, that was 75. Excuse me, right?
Oh yeah,
those are all 75.
Oh, okay, those are all 75.
Yep.
So if you claim something for 100, they're 75.
Yep,
all right.
So they got a bargain. They thought they were spending 100. But look at that. You already saved money.
Okay. All right.
And we got Raphael from the same bundle.
They must have seen that it was Raph because they actually wrote 100 Raph. So TMT Festiva was first on that. TMNT Festiva takes that first. They wrote 100, but it's going to be $75.
It'll be 75, and again, we know the last one. So here's Donnie from the same thing. There's Donatello from the same limited run thing. They ended up being a group shot together. That's why they all have different poses. He was kind of in the back, so put his weapon up high. But that's Donnie from the same set. And again, more.
All right, Pedro's going to get this one. I am the Doctor _ takes the Donnie for 75. I am the Doctor _ thank you.
And in the piece, it was, the group shot with a shredder looming in the background. So this is the shredder pencil, very same thing. And again, based to look more like the cartoon. So, and that one's 75 as well. That falls into that same bundle. So same category.
Did you scribble something out on the right or your left?
Yep. There was some numbers over there.
That was my social security number.
No, that was. I think that was the phone
Oh,
number.
boy. All right. Well. Okay. All right. This is gonna go to. Let me see how this played out. I believe the first person on this was also Pedro. I am the doctor _ 75. I am the doctor _ Thank you.
And the skateboarding turtles we showed earlier that were individuals, I have one for 75, but it's the other two. It's Leo and Ralph on their boards. And again, this is they're rough, but these are the pencils that got tightened up in the final version for a commission.
Is this one?
This is 75 as well.
All right, 75. You get 2 turtles.
You get 2 turtles because they were on the same piece of paper. So
yeah, the shredder came with an eggplant sketch. You're right, bad hombre. Okay. All right.
I'm gonna go.
That's the kind of crowd we
I know.
bring, Steve.
Poorly drawn eggplant. Yes.
Okay. All right. I see off _course _ course. You were first on the double turtle, $75. Thank you.
And I found one more that should have been in the 50.
Okay. So $50 on this one.
Yeah, and this is the partner to Bebop. We've got a rock steady here, gun drawn, just kind of static pose, just kind of. He's there, and again, you can see some of the feet are a little darker because it's a little tighter drawn, but he's a $50 one. So anybody want him to go with their rock steady?
Steve, I did not see you. I'm looking again. I did not see you guys. Put an emoji, you guys. Put an emoji. It helps. $50. Steve was first on this one. So this is going to go to Steve Schiavello, New Jersey. So Steve, SCHIAV as in Victor, ELLONJ. Thank you, Steve. And again, if you claim anything, you need to email shellbackartworks@yahoo.com. It's at the bottom of the screen. Email them. There's a lot of competition on these. I want to make sure that the original claimers get them. So email shellbackartworks@yahoo.com.
All right. So if we have any Rubik's Cubes fan out there, here's the one for you. We have a Michelangelo solving a Rubik's Cube.
Oh my gosh. How much is that?
That's a $75.
$75, Michelangelo on a Rubik's Cube.
A Rubik's Cube for the Rubik's Cube fans out there. For the true 80s fan.
Yeah. Email them at the end of the stream. Yeah, you don't have to do it now, but just make sure you write down the email and email them at the end. All right, G.I. Jonesy's first on this one. G.I. Jonesy, thank you. G.I. Jonesy, $75. Thank you.
This is a $75 one again. This is a big badass Raphael for somebody who wants a big badass Raphael. We get a big badass Raphael kind of there for anybody interested in a big badass Raphael.
Yeah, it's still $75.
It's a $75 full Raphael.
And I will say, Steve, we are in overtime. We went a little long, but this is awesome. So we'll have to have you back as soon as you guys can come. But I think we kind of found we found a lot of interest in your random duos. So
I know my piles of stuff.
$75. Minor Keys Comics takes it first. Thank you, Steve. Minor Keys Comics. Thank you.
And we have a Master Splinter. Again, this was, I think, it wasn't a commission. I think this was a piece that I had to do. Believe it or not, we still had to try out when other people own the turtles. Can you draw a Splinter? I'm like, I think I can draw a Splinter. So this was an example I had to send out. This is the pencil version. I had a full ink version and color thing.
How much is that?
That's $75.
All right, Steve Schiavello NJ takes the Splinter as well. Steve, all right, thank you. And they want some $100 ones, Steve.
There are a couple of 100 ones coming up. We're nearing the end of the 75.
Does he still have time?
Do you still have time?
I'm going to give you guys, I'll give you guys, Lino, you're there. I know you're understanding. We're going to give you 10 more minutes, okay? But then we're going to have to call it, okay? So let's use this time.
All right. Well, I'm going to do these. I've got I think all the turtles this way. Well, at least 3 of them. I've got Mikey. Can you see it? Kind of a full size. These are just big with weapons. I've got a Raphael. These are all 75. The same style, kind of big and right in your face with a weapon. And I've got a Donatello, the same style, kind of, big, just the kind of upper bust with a weapon. And those are each 75. Anybody interested in any of those?
Okay, yeah, but you guys let us know which turtle.
Which one? Yeah, I got
which
Mikey.
turtle. So first, I Hate Jocks. Well, I Hate Jocks. You wrote 100, so you guessed. He didn't. You tried to do that before he showed it. So let's go. $75. Mikey Minor Keys Comics. Minor Keys Comics. $75. He's gonna take the Mikey, and he also wants the Raph. He also wrote Raph first. Minor Keys Comics. Thank you.
And last but not least, we
Donnie
got
is going to go to Wires 68. Wires 68.
So this one, again, 75. This is, again, me kind of playing and testing out my markers, and it's my man, Rat King, who I like to do so much. So I did him the traditional old Mirage Studio style Rat King with his pal on his shoulder. He's 75. He's, marker and pen, brush pen.
$75 for the Rat King.
Anybody interested?
Steve's favorite character.
Yes.
Other than the turtles.
Yeah, non-turtle character, Rat King.
Bad Hombre Pablo's first. Bad Hombre Pablo takes the Rat King. Thank you.
Yeah.
I got a Donatello. Again, this is pencils from one of the Adventure series covers for IDW. That's why it's tight. So it's kind of the finished pencils. I just light tabled it onto the cover, onto the final art. So he's 75. It's just a kind of nice Donnie, fully done, fully rendered in pencil.
75.
That's 75. That's the last of the 75s, and we get a handful of hundreds if we want to shoot through them.
All right. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, let's wipe out the 75s first. That's going to go to, the Donnie is going to go to Sal's _comics and stuff. Sal's _comics and stuff. Thank you.
Okay, so these are 100. These have a couple of characters. This is Michelangelo and Mondo Gecko. These are pieces that me and Ryan Brown did, fully painted. But these are they're like $600 with me and Ryan fully painted. But this is 100. This is the pencil for that. So it's kind of them sewer surfing. Mondo Gecko and Michelangelo.
$100. Nate O'Neill 22. Nate ONEIL 22. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have water skiing turtle with Armagon, popping up out of the water trying to get him. That was another one we did.
Oh, wow.
And that's 100 as well. So it's kind of Armagon popping up and getting a water skiing turtle, which maybe was sewer water skiing, I'm guessing. So he's available. He's 100.
Okay.
We've got a wing.
$100 is claimed. All right. So before you show another one, when you guys, I'll take care of this one. But when you guys claim one of these $100 ones, I want you to write the character. All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're gonna have to write the character because a lot of you guys are just guessing, trying to be fair. But based on timing, I know that for this one, the first person was up_A_grade_pressing. Up a grade pressing with underscores in between each word.
That's Armagon.
The shark.
The shark, yes.
Yep.
Got it, shark. Yeah.
All right, but I'm just
Okay.
moving forward from here on out, write 100, but I want you to write what the character was. So we know you're not guessing.
Well, this one's Wingnut, so in advance you're going to know this is Wingnut.
Thanks, Steve.
Yeah. So this is it's a Leo and Wingnut. We've got Wingnut hanging upside down in a cave, and Leo kind of coming upon him because he's a bat and he hangs upside down. So we've got Leo and Wingnut in a cave. That's 100 as well. It's got both those guys on it. If anybody's interested in that one.
All right, write 100 Wingnut, 100 W's, just something. There you go. All right, Whodat_comics was first. He wrote Wingnut. Whodat_comics. Thank you.
We've got four more.
Okay.
So really quick. This is a 100, but this is a really tight Raphael with a nice sewer in the background. You get some shafts of light and stuff going on there. Standing in a puddle of pee, I'm guessing. But
100 Raph, you heard it from the artist. He's standing in pee. All right.
Sewer, so
I think that sold it, Steve. Standing in pee sold it. All right. Yeah, okay. Steve Chiavello, NJ was first on that one. Steve Chiavello, NJ. Thank you, Steve.
We have a barbarian turtle that was part of a commission, so it was fun to kind of do this and do a kind of wolf's head on top of him, but he's got both weapons drawn. He could be whatever turtle you want him to be. I kind of picture him being kind of a Raphael, but that's a barbarian turtle, and he falls in the $100 category if anybody's interested.
Barb 100, Raph 100. We take. Is it somebody's birthday today?
Happy birthday!
All right. They said, hi, Steve. It's Brian and my birthday, too. All right. Happy birthday, Brian.
Happy birthday.
All right. The Barbarian's going to go to Goku the Multi-Poo for 100. Goku the Multi-Poo for 100. Thank you.
Got it.
Okay. I've got a Michelangelo kind of leaping. We've got a little bit of a fire escape in the shadowy building on the other side. So he's kind of leaping down an alleyway. And that's 100. He's got get a little bit going on there.
Mike
and it's
100. Mike M 100 something.
And this
Bad Hombre Pablo wrote Mike 100. Bad Hombre Pablo was first on that one. Thank you.
This is the last of the $100 and the last of the bunch. This was actually a coloring book page from the turtle coloring books that Ryan Brown and I did. It was my pencils, but I just wanted to test out again a brush pen. And this happened to be on my drawing table. So I ended up actually taking the original pencil that I did and just inking it. And it's the original pencils, but the inks are mine. It's not what was actually in the coloring book because Ryan inked those. But so this is my inks on my own pencil.
All right. So Raph 100.
Yep.
I Hate Jocks 1692 was first. I Hate Jocks 1692 takes that for 100.
Got it.
No, there was no $100 Leo, right?
No. There was only 75. That was the last.
All right, I think we wiped you out. I think again we had a double header going. So thank you, Nickel and Dime, for letting us go along.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Anything else you want to show in the next 2 or 3 minutes here, Steve?
Yeah.
That's great. I mean, can we? You guys will come back soon, right? They're asking you to come back soon. Hi, Dee.
So what are these? These are 100, right?
Yeah.
These are 100. So we've got, I don't know how many.
5 or 6.
5 or 6. These are the actual
Oh, I got a claim on the splinter from the beginning.
Oh, this one.
Awesome. $300. That's going to go to Mr. Happy Sculptworks. Mr. Happy Sculptworks. Awesome piece. Thank you.
Thank you. So this is their coloring books. They're the original coloring books, and they come with 2 pages. One will guarantee you'll get a turtle, and the other one will be just another random page. But they're from the books.
It's the lighting's. It's just like a white blur, so we couldn't see what you were showing us.
That's the book, and then I'll take up. So then, each one will come with a page with a turtle. So we've got Leo here fighting a robot, and then a second. These are the pencils, original pencils from the coloring books, and then a secondary character page. So you'll get 2 pages and the coloring book that they appear in for $100.
Oh, wow. How many of those do you have?
5.
We have 5 of them. And they're all different coloring books, so...
You're going to get the original page from the coloring book, and you're going to get the coloring book.
You get
2
pages, a turtle with a turtle on one and a character on another. So you're guaranteed a turtle, and you'll get a...
So I think there's one's going to go to Bad Hombre Pablo for 100. Bad Hombre Pablo is going to take 1 for 100. Nate O'Neill, 22, is going to take 1 for 100. Nate O'Neill, 22. Still Chasing Fun is going to take one of those for 100. Lee Quach, Lyquach, ACH is going to take one for 100. And what does that mean, D? We have one more?
5, isn't it?
Is that 5? What do you got?
Is that 5?
I got distracted.
So it's that Hombre Pablo is one. The other one is Nate O'Neill, 22. Still Chasing Fun, and Lee Quach. So L.Y. Quach. So we have one more, right?
We have one more.
Off Course, of course, is going to take the last one. He has some other things. Off Course, of course, takes the last coloring book.
Got it.
And I don't think we have any more $50 to $100 Leos, Nick. I think all the Turtles stuff got sold.
That's gone, unfortunately, yeah.
And Bourbon was just asking if there was a $50 werewolf from earlier, and there was. So, you know, if they email me, there was a $50 werewolf from earlier.
Okay, so we'll give you that $50 werewolf, Bourbon. Bourbon _ VOL. So consider that claim, Bourbon. All right. Again, everybody who claimed anything, well, first of all, thank you, but also send an email to shellbackartworks@yahoo.com. D will appreciate that especially. And Steve, thank you so much. I really do hope you join us more regularly. I know you're busy, but, you know, they're asking for it as well. So hopefully we'll see you guys again soon. And I think they really enjoyed the randomness there at the end.
I'm going to do that again.
Yeah,
that was
fun,
hot. Yeah.
All right, you guys, take care, all right?
Thank
Thank
you.
you.